You guys don't need to worry about me getting revenge from Diddy. I've got 3 moves that make sure he'll never be able to come after me or my family.
That opening hits right away and sets a loud tone. This is not some small celebrity drama getting passed around for clicks. This is being pushed like something way bigger. Like 50 Cent is stepping in heavy and putting Diddy right in the spotlight. And not just that, it hints that what people saw before was only the surface. Like there is way more going on underneath that nobody fully caught at first.
Is this real life? I feel crazy. The world is spinning around me. What's happening? You have 4 eyes. I have 2 fingers. Ah!
That kind of confusion actually matters more than people think. This is exactly how these stories keep blowing up now, piece by piece. Old clips start popping up, old interviews get replayed, rumors come back around, then new allegations drop, and suddenly everything looks different. What people thought they understood before starts shifting, and now the whole situation feels bigger, messier, and harder to ignore. This is where everything really locks in tight. Now the story is juggling all 3 angles at once. You got 50 Cent coming in loud, reopening the conversation and pushing it back into the spotlight. You got Diddy sitting right at the center of all the attention. And then you got Justin Bieber's name getting pulled in, which makes people stop and really pay attention. That mix right there is exactly why this narration hits harder and feels impossible to brush off. It keeps the story moving without losing the names that really matter. Every key player stays right in focus, and that makes the whole thing feel more intense as it builds. This is one of those clips people keep running back to again and again. Back then, it probably felt like normal celebrity moments, nothing too serious. But now, with Diddy facing more attention and 50 Cent coming in louder, the same clip hits completely different. And the second Justin Bieber's name gets pulled into it, that old footage stops feeling light and starts raising eyebrows. Bruh, that is really the core of it. The script is not just throwing questions at Diddy, it is also pointing at the bigger picture. It is making people think about what kind of industry space Justin Bieber was in, and why voices like 50 Cent are speaking up now. Now it all sounds way more relevant than it did when people first started talking about it. This is where the script shifts into a more serious tone. Not because every claim is proven, but because of how the whole story is being presented. It leans into years of allegations, years of quiet tension, and years of people staying silent in public.
You know, Diddy bought his son a Bentley. Maybe, he could buy you one also.
Got me a Lamborghini. And
Yeah. Oh, well, that's nice.
I haven't gotten it yet, though.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. When is that coming, that Lamborghini? We talked about this last
He
time.
had the Lamborghini for a day or two, and he had access to the house, and he knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television.
Oh, apparently not.
Everything ain't for everybody.
And that is exactly the space 50 Cent keeps stepping into every time Diddy's name comes up, pushing the conversation louder and harder. This part needs to be taken for what it is. It is commentary, claims, and suspicion, not confirmed fact. But even then, it still carries weight inside a script like this. It adds pressure, it builds curiosity, and it keeps people locked in on what might have been overlooked. It also shows how Diddy ended up surrounded by a much darker public image, and why voices like 50 Cent kept saying the industry ignored too much for way too long. That energy is exactly the tone you are aiming for. The clip might mention Justin Bieber, but the narration quickly pivots back to 50 Cent while keeping Diddy right at the center of everything. That is why it feels so controlled and steady. It never gets stuck or drags. It keeps every key name active and moving inside one clean flow, and that keeps the tension building without slowing down. At the core, this is still old material being looked at through a brand new lens. That is what really drives the whole story forward. What once felt normal now feels questionable, and that shift is what pulls people in deeper. Now Diddy's old public image is under real pressure. Justin Bieber's past moments are getting replayed and picked apart. And 50 Cent keeps framing all of it like it connects to something way bigger than simple celebrity talk. This is exactly how stories online start running wild. Names get thrown around, guesses turn into rumors, and rumors start sounding like facts before anyone can slow it down. So the stronger way to tell this part is not to act like it is confirmed. It is about showing how Justin Bieber's name got pulled into the wider cloud around Diddy, especially as old clips kept popping back up. And then the story expands again. It is not just Diddy and Bieber anymore.
If he's bigger than Diddy, and he's not none of the names that I said, probably so. But then they say he was young too.
Yeah, they say he was young.
Let me get his name right. I hope it ain't the Bieber. I hope it's not the Bieber.
That's a good one. It might be him.
Now Usher steps into the frame, and the script starts hinting at a longer chain of influence, access, and impact across different generations of young stars, making everything feel heavier and more intense. This is easily one of the strongest narration blocks in the whole transcript. It stops feeling like random scandal talk and starts lining up like a pattern people cannot ignore. Diddy stays right at the center, Justin Bieber gets placed into a bigger timeline, and suddenly the whole thing starts sounding like the kind of industry story 50 Cent wants people to look at differently. That shift hits hard, because once Justin Bieber starts coming off more guarded instead of carefree, people start asking real questions. What did he see? What did he experience? And why do those older moments around Diddy feel so different now? That is exactly why 50 Cent plays such a big role in this script, keeping that pressure on. Without him, this would just feel like scattered clips and random rumors all over the place. But with him in it, the story feels centered and more focused. He keeps pushing the idea that Diddy was protected for too long, and that bringing up names like Justin Bieber forces people to think about the cost of that silence. At the same time, these are still very serious claims. They stay in that lane as claims, not confirmed facts, even as the story keeps building intensity. Now the story hits another level, because it is no longer just about revisiting old moments, it is about how those moments keep stacking on top of each other.
16, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you rock this every time you come to LA. Yeah, this gonna be yours. So, every time you come to LA, it's a little dusty, but you know, come get the front shot of this.
Man.
Man out. Minute.
Woo. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna be driving this next year.
Yeah, when you get 16, you come down like you gotta, you know, wear your seat.
I mean, I'm 15. You could ride in the passenger seat. I got my permit. Not yet.
No.
All right, 16.
You're not ready.
16.
Let's slow down. Let's slow down, Justin.
Okay.
Let's slow down. Okay.
One step at a time.
But yeah, the keys is yours when when you get 16. You're good to go.
I'm good to go.
Yeah.
All right.
And then when you get 18, you get the house. You get the mansion.
Okay. I get the mansion.
Yeah.
So where are we off to now?
Where would you like to go?
I mean, wherever you want to go. Where are we going?
So check this out, yo. Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. I have been given custody of him. He signed to Usher.
I'm signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher when he did his first album. I did Usher's first album. I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So and we gonna go full crazy.
I'm going crazy.
Crazy.
I'm taking this out tonight.
What you want to do? What you want to do over the next 48 hours?
48 hours. Let's go. Let's just go get some girls. Let's go hang with some girls.
A man after my heart. That's what I'm talking about.
Each clip, each name, each reaction starts connecting, and the bigger picture begins to feel harder to ignore. Diddy is still sitting right in the middle of it all. But now the focus spreads wider, showing how different people, different timelines, and different situations keep circling back to the same conversations. Justin Bieber remains one of the key names that makes people pause, while Usher being mentioned adds even more weight to the idea that this goes beyond one situation. And this is where 50 Cent keeps applying pressure. He does not let the story drift off or fade out. He keeps framing everything like it points to a larger issue inside the industry, something that has been sitting in the background for years. That angle is what keeps the audience locked in, because now it feels less like gossip and more like a pattern people are trying to understand. Still, it is important to keep it clear. This is all being presented as claims, reactions, and public conversation, not confirmed truth, even as the tension keeps building. But when it comes to storytelling, this is exactly why the conversation keeps escalating. The names involved are already massive, the allegations already carry weight, and there are years of old footage with Diddy, Justin Bieber, and others that people keep going back to. That is what keeps the pressure alive and growing. And this is the cleanest point to land it, because in the end, it is not just about proving one rumor or replaying one single clip. It is about why Justin Bieber's name keeps coming back into the spotlight, why Diddy stays right at the center of all the scrutiny, and why 50 Cent keeps pushing the idea that the warning signs were there for years. Moments like these were brushed off back then, treated like nothing serious. But now, with 50 Cent applying more pressure, old footage is getting replayed, old questions are coming back, and Diddy's image is being judged through a completely different lens. And every time Justin Bieber's name pops up in the middle of all this, it makes those bigger questions even louder. That long silence people ignored for years is starting to crack, and now the conversation is getting harder to control.